Twins. This is the podcast we do. It's called Quarter Twins. And I have a question. What? Today on Quarter Twins, we're gonna be doing it up real time, in time.
We're doing it.
We're doing it all day long. Today we're gonna be talking about a variety of things potentially related to general. I saw a few movies in the theater that we could discuss. I saw a few in my home we could discuss. But the thing we're here to really get into is the Oscar nominations and all the things around that, and our own,
as well as our own
nominations.
Yes,
or what we would put in there. Mine might actually have changed a bit since last I put my input into the document. So
may need to reread.
That's because I saw a few more 2023 movies since last we spoke. Let me just take you through a few of my Letterboxd diary here. And I'll see if there's anything of note to get into. Oh, the one thing of note, I saw the Marvels finally. Well,
yes,
I saw I saw about 85% of the Marvels, and then I turned it off.
What?
I kind of just scrubbed to the end, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I thought it was fine, and I just didn't care about anything about it. I thought Iman Vellani is completely innocent in this. She is a absolute pleasure, a delight.
Yes,
I love her in it.
Yes,
and I'm glad that this movie exists for her alone. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I gave it 2 stars. Actually, I gave 1 full star for Iman Vellani, and another full star for the action sequences, especially the one towards the beginning where they first are figuring out their little power swapping ability thing.
Yeah.
And they're swapping through the 3 different locations, and then they all eventually converge into the one location. That was sick.
Very
that
cool.
was very well choreographed and very good use of that plot device.
Yes,
and then they go to this planet where they can only talk to each other by singing, and that was fun until the main guy goes, yeah, actually, I can just speak English. And I thought, wow, what a cop-out. That's lame. Let's see. We watched Looper together, and I think that's...
Yes, fire.
Oh, we watched Looper, and then we watched a movie called Jumper.
Yes, Jumper was
and then
so
we
good.
watched Sunshine. Jumper is a movie about Hayden Christensen, and he has a magic ability to teleport, essentially.
That he does.
Jump, if you will, to different locations in time. And he's in love with Rachel Bilson, is there. And Samuel L. Jackson has a white head of hair, and he's evil, and it's amazing.
That was amazing.
Sunshine is a movie that I really like, and Joshua didn't like as much. It's a movie about the sun's dying, and Cillian Murphy's got to explode it and turn it back on. It's very fun.
It was just so what? You know, like, what are we doing? It was crazy business. It was insane.
It was crazy business. Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I recommend it still.
Like, you should
It's a
watch
fun
it.
watch.
But like objectively, it was a bad movie. But we can all admit we had fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree that it's objectively a bad movie, but
Objectively,
I respect that opinion of yours.
factually, horrendously awful.
It's also worth watching for the performances of actors that are very famous now, but this was like the beginning of their
That's
career.
true.
Like,
The looking back on this, the cast is crazy.
yeah.
So
You got Cillian Murphy,
that's fun.
Chris Evans, Benedict Wong, Michelle Yeoh, the guy who's in
Mark
Mortal
Strong.
Kombat. Mark Strong is in it. It's a bit of a spoiler, but he definitely is in it. Oh, I after we did our 2023 ranking videos, I looked back at my 22 and I was like, did I really put Top Gun Maverick as my favorite movie of 2022?
That was some crazy
like,
things that we saw.
That is wild. So I was like, I should watch that again and see if that's still true, and it definitely is. That movie is an absolute fantastic masterpiece. Best movie of 2022 for me.
Wild. Considering that Batman is in your favorite movies of all time and Top Gun Maverick is not.
It is. It's in there.
Is
It's
it in there now?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
lower
in there.
than it?
I mean, it's bottom. I mean, it's below the top 10, I believe, at the moment. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so good. I watched
Silly.
a few of the Oscar-nominated movies, which we can get to. I rewatched
Mm-hmm.
Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is a really fun science fiction Tom Cruise movie. Very underrated, very good. It's about him. He gets the Groundhog Day powers, where every time he gets killed, he wakes up at the beginning of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and so he relives that day over and over again until he figures out how to win. Godzilla -1, I saw the black and white re-release, and that
Ooh.
was fantastic.
Yeah.
Took a bunch of my friends, and they were like, this is gonna be in Japanese, this is gonna be in black and white, and then they all loved it.
Heck yeah, they did.
Told you.
Finally.
Told you it was
Your
good.
movie-hating friends liked
Yeah.
something.
Gosh, they're so annoying.
I reread that Batman review you did every once in a while. It just makes me laugh. Like,
It was the most frustrating.
this is not the good
experience.
movie to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
That quote
What?
that quote brings so much anger to me.
Oh my gosh. Why is it always raining in Times Square? Like, oh my god. Gosh.
You're not even. That's not even.
It's not. It's fictional.
Are you
anyway.
watching the movie? Even. You're insane.
Like, I don't like the Riddler guy. Like, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good. He's the villain. Anyway, that's a few of what I watched.
Mhm.
What have you watched anything good lately? To bring it back to that question.
Well, I watched. There was a snowpocalypse in Oregon, in the Portland metro area. We got like
As there was here.
We've got like 5 inches of snow or something, and the world went insane. It's not a lot of snow, but Oregon is not prepared
Yeah,
for
it's
anything
like
such of that.
we had a snowpocalypse, but we had like 13 inches of snow.
Yeah,
So that's. But
we get a light
we hunkered
dust
down.
on our lawn, and school is canceled.
Yeah.
But I missed a couple days of work because I couldn't leave my house, and I went to town, and I watched
did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 movies in 5 days.
That is crazy.
So I saw Heat,
Oh
which
yeah.
is an old like Al Pacino cop
90s.
movie.
Yeah.
95. It's older than me.
That is older than you.
I watched both the first 2 Kingsman movies.
I looked through your diary yesterday because I was preparing for this, and
Yeah.
I completely did not see that you watched those movies. That was a complete surprise.
Yeah, they're a good time. I love a good British movie.
Yeah.
I rewatched. Me and Anna watched Empire and Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Ooh, we're there. We're excited.
I'm still every day I look. I'm like, did he watch the Last Jedi yet? Nope.
We're hoping for tomorrow evening.
Nice.
I'm hoping for tomorrow evening, Saturday.
You better write
The
a
10th.
review as long as the one that I wrote.
I will
recently.
be writing a 5,000-page thesis.
Please do.
I saw Jurassic Park
Yeah,
for the first time ever.
that was wild that you hadn't seen that before.
Pretty good.
It's a pretty good one.
I
It's the only
watched-
good one,
It's the only, yes, because all the other ones and the remakes are terribly bad.
and they're making a new one.
And not about dinosaur.
It's not about Dynamores. I don't know what they were thinking.
There are no Dynamorphs in the movie. I saw Fury, which is...
War movie. You love those things.
I do love a good war movie. It's about Brad Pitt, again, being an American guy, killing
I
Nazis.
actually don't like that guy that much.
I don't know about the guy, but I enjoy him as an actor sometimes. I watched V for Vendetta,
Oh.
which is a Natalie Portman movie, and Hugo Weaving plays a guy with a mask, and you literally never see his face. So shout out to Hugo
Yeah.
Weaving for committing to the bit,
Yeah.
if as you might say. I saw Birdman,
Oh yeah.
which
a
I did
really-
not like at all.
A really famously good movie, people told me. And then I was like, I saw it. I was like, I didn't enjoy that much, but I see what they were doing. And you saw it and you said,
I saw what they were doing in 20 seconds and didn't need to watch the rest of the movie. And I sat through the whole thing and literally was like, The movie was
That is true. Like, it kind of gives you
pretentiously gross. And then I rewatched Oppenheimer on my phone. Transcendent film,
sure.
by the way. It was so good. I've kickstarted
movie.
as I've started to watch the Star Wars movies again. I noticed I hadn't watched a single mite of Star Wars in the year 2022. And I've reignited my passion for the theme for the series. So I watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie, and now I'm watching the Clone Wars TV show, in chronological order, obviously.
Yeah.
And I dipped my toes in the Tales of the Jedi series, which I only watched like the first 2 episodes of, and then I watched the rest of them. You get to watch Count Dooku like commit himself to the dark side, and like the actual moment that he turns. Count Dooku's like one of my favorite Star Wars characters in the last couple of years, as I've really analyzed the character and the tragedy of Lord Tyrannus. I have really just my love for him has evolved, which is great. I finished Friends, the TV show. I finished that. Great show. And then I watched The Reunion, hosted by freaking James Corden, dude. I forgot
about that.
I was so yeah, I'm gonna watch the whole show and then I'm gonna watch this reunion. It's gonna be cute. I've seen the moments where they meet each other again on TikTok. It's gonna be great. And James Corden shows up, and I almost turned it off. I was like, this guy stinks.
Yeah. He's not the guy you want to see just pop up and surprise you. No, he's not a good surprise.
Ugh, I was so mad about it.
It's tragic. We lost Matthew Perry recently. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's that is a bummer for sure. I need to watch some other things that he's in, because I've only ever seen him as Chandler. So I gotta expand that, because I know he himself has talked about not wanting to be remembered as just Chandler. Yeah. So, then I watched American Fiction in theaters.
I did as well. Yes.
Good movie, important movie.
This is good.
I liked Jeffrey Wright as always. I don't have much to say about it, but I thought it was really good, and the performances were good. Yep. And then my mind and my life have been taken over by Dune.
I saw that.
It's such an interesting. There's such an interesting ebb and flow that this story has taken me for a ride. Yeah. I read the book. I didn't like it. I watched the movie. I thought, I gotta read the book. I started reading the book again. I got about halfway through, past where the movie ends, and then I got bored again. And then time has passed. And then on the 2nd of February, I watched the movie. 5 stars. One of my favorite movies of all time. And then 6 days later, I watched it again. And I want to watch it again right now instead of.
And we will be watching it again once you get here.
Yes. And I'm excited. And Anna still hasn't seen it.
You're just. She hasn't seen it.
She hasn't seen it. And she's like, I don't want to watch it. And I'm like,
well, she should.
Are you going to watch the second one? She's like, yep. I'm like, are you going to watch the first one?
We can. Because they're going to re-release the first one in theaters.
Oh, yeah?
Before the second one comes out. You should go see it in theaters with her.
I haven't seen it in theaters.
Or we should go, if it's showing here, we should see the first one in IMAX and then see the second one in IMAX immediately after.
Yes.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
You're just we're on the road to Dune Part Dumb, and it's a great road to be on.
The road is sandy.
Full
of spice.
I went on a blocking spree on Twitter because something happened. Somebody spoiled something for me.
Oh no.
That it wasn't even a for sure thing, but they spoiled something that might happen in Dune Part Dumb, and I was so furious.
Don't even tell me.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that the idea of this would potentially be in the movie, and I was irate. Terrible.
Come on.
Yeah, and then I looked through Twitter again for this because I was like, I need to catch up on some things. There's been a lot happening on Twitter.
Full frontal nude.
Yes, Dave Bautista, full frontal nude.
If it's anything like what I saw in Glass Onion,
The dude is huge. He's ginormous for sure.
Yeah.
In more ways than one, potentially.
Heyo.
Anyway. All right.
Let's get to the Oscar nominations. The nominations for actor in a leading role. The nominees are Bradley Cooper from Maestro.
Haven't seen it. I started it and I thought, I don't like Bradley Cooper. I turned it off.
Yeah. Coleman Domingo. Don't even know who that is. For Rustin, a movie I've never even heard of.
Here we go. Big time.
Paul Giamatti.
Let's
The
go.
Holdovers.
A movie I haven't seen.
It's a great performance.
I know.
Jeffrey
I need to
Wright
watch
for
it.
American Fiction.
I thought
A
that
great
was an
performance.
interesting choice. It's a good performance. I thought, wow. Best actor, though. I don't know.
And the only nominee, Cillian
Yeah.
Murphy for Oppenheimer.
I think it should probably go to him.
Let's be honest, guys. He's the only one on this list.
He
All the
is
other
J.
ones,
Robert Oppenheimer.
he
I mean, I
is.
didn't know J. Robert Oppenheimer,
But that's him on
but
the screen.
that's him. It's like, this is how I always look at it. And to be fair, I've only seen 2 of these performances listed here. Oh, is it when I watch American Fiction and I see Jeffrey Wright acting, I see Jeffrey Wright. When I watch Oppenheimer and I see Cillian Murphy playing J. Robert Oppenheimer, I don't see Cillian Murphy there. Like, he's completely,
It genuinely, I agree.
like, he's a different person. He's acting. He's acting,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the best one, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Paul
Yes.
Giamatti, though.
I will say Paul. I'll give Paul a close second for me.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, I haven't seen the movie, but when they roll the reel for Bradley Cooper, it'll be the part where he goes like this with the. I need a conductor stick. It's the part where he goes like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
the
this
part
has
of
been
the movie, right there.
Actors in a supporting role. Here we go.
Yes, tell
Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, should have been Charles Melton. Robert De Niro, good choice. I think I put
Sterling
him
K.
in
Brown was
for
pretty
mine.
good.
He was okay, but I don't know. Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer. That's gonna probably be the one. And you got Ryan Gosling and then Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. I saw Poor Things. I thought Mark Ruffalo was very fun, and I liked seeing him in that role. But I just saw Mark Ruffalo being a goof. So
Should we be hitting them with their quarter noms for these categories as well?
probably
Are
should.
we going to go all the way
yeah.
back? Because
No, we should be adding ours in here. We'll probably do that anyway. So
for best supporting actor, which is sorry, best actor in a leading role, I have nominated Cillian Murphy and John David Washington from The Creator.
ridiculous.
Here he is.
I don't
just up
understand that nomination
Right
at
there.
all, but
The character's name is Joshua. Why else would he be on this list?
I guess.
And you have nominated Ryunosuke Kamiki from Godzilla Minus One, and Teo Yu from Past
Incredible
Lives.
performance. Yeah, I was pretty upset that the well, we'll get to it. Anyway,
Yes,
supporting actor.
We
You have John December. I said
John
That's not even-
December.
Charles Melton from May December. I don't know
Yes.
where the John came from. Robert Downey Jr. Obviously Oppenheimer. I put in Robert
I
De
stole
Niro
that one from
and
you, probably.
Holt McCallney from The Iron Claw. He plays the
Oh.
dad of the brothers.
I see.
Yeah, and he's very good. Terrible person, very good though.
Holt McCallany is a terrible person.
Terrible person in real life. The character.
I see.
The actor's fine, I think. I couldn't tell you for sure though, unless he's canceled, and then I don't like him.
Unless he's canceled, in which case I hate his guy.
Yeah, whatever you guys think about him is what I think. I share your opinion.
That's right. I have here actress in a supporting role.
Yep.
Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple. Haven't seen that one. America Ferrera for Barbie. Jodie Foster for Nyad, the swimming movie. And Divine Joy Randolph from The Holdovers. I'm seeing I'm seeing Divine Joy here, if I'm being honest.
I think so, yeah. She has a lot of momentum from the other awards shows that have happened already. And people love The Holdovers. I was shocked at how many nominations it has.
It's a banger.
I haven't seen it, but I just thought it's a Christmas movie, and I think I just wrote it off because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she's getting a lot of attention for that performance.
Yeah, I think I talked about it on this podcast on a podcast. I've not on any other podcast. I talked about it on this one earlier. That I had in my original review. I said 4.5 stars. I'd give it 5 stars, but it is a Christmas movie, and that means I won't watch it any other time of the year.
Sure.
But then I went back and thought I watched this movie like November 20th or something. Literally wasn't even like prime Christmas time. So
yeah.
I think the true test will be to watch it in like May or August, and still get the vibes, and then I'll be like, yeah, this is one of the greatest movies of all time, and I'm a big fan. So there's that.
I think nominating America Ferrera for her one incredibly written monologue, but I think it's very strange that they nominated her for that performance because it's not. Because she delivered a piece of writing very well, but like, I mean, that's what all actors do. I don't know. It seems very weird that they did that. Emily Blunt, I think, could win.
Yeah.
I think her character in Oppenheimer kind of exemplifies the power of a supporting actress or a supporting role. Like, she's not in it very much, but when she is in it, like, she's the most important person.
She commands it.
Yeah, she's so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you added. You want to say that name there?
Minami Hanabe.
Yes,
from as Noriko from Godzilla -1.
Excellent.
And I also nominated Divine Joy Randolph as well. And,
this is what I was going to change here. I'm taking out this lady. I'm putting in Penelope Cruz because she should have been nominated. She is in Ferrari.
Aha, I need to watch
and
Ferrari.
And she plays Mrs. Ferrari, and she is absolutely fantastic.
Enzo's wife?
Yes. Movie is okay. Her performance is fantastic. And then Emily Blunt, I think, is a great nom.
Yeah.
I would like to see her.
That's a solid nom.
Everybody loves Emily Blunt. Best actress, or actress in a leading role, I should say. From the official Oscars, we have Annette Bening and Nyad, the swimming movie, I think. Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. Let's go.
Let's go.
She's going to win. No.
Please.
Yeah. Sandra Hüller from Anatomy of a Fall.
I do want to watch
Anatomy
of a Fall.
It was a tough watch, if I'm being honest. Not because it's bad, because it is a little bit boring. I thought
boring
it was
even for Jordan.
It was fine.
That is a tough sign.
Yeah.
Jordan and
Carey
I
Mulligan
like
from Maestro. Haven't seen it. Emma Stone. I think it's great that she got the nomination because she really put herself out there, shall we say. And her performance is very good.
It's a wild
I think
role.
Lily Gladstone is a lock, I believe.
Throw it, put it in.
Shocked.
Yes.
If they gave it to Emma Stone, I would be like, yeah, sure. Sandra Hüller is also in Zone of Interest, which I saw, the movie about the family that lives
right
outside the walls of Auschwitz.
Yeah. The only part of that movie I've seen is the part where the guy pulls out like a bone from the river.
Yeah.
I have Natalie Portman as well for May, December. And I'm kind of going the America Ferrera route because her performance kind of centers on a single monologue. Which I really enjoyed.
A lot of people think, because May December only got one nomination, I think, for original screenplay, perhaps.
Probably.
A lot of people have pointed out that May December is about actors, and so movies about actors and the industry don't get a lot of awards attention because they're calling out. They're like, "Oh, you're talking about me? You're calling me bad?" Blah.
IEC, Nope.
Oh yes, completely
zero
absent.
Zero noms last year,
which was absolute insanity. I don't even like that movie that much.
It was crazy. Then I have Lily Gladstone, obviously. I said in my review for Killers of the Flower Moon that she will win, and I do strongly believe that she will. Jordan hit us with Greta Lee from Past Lives, an absolute giga snub that she's not nominated, and you have here Poor Things actress Emma Stone.
Yeah. The Past Lives really got a bunch of snubs in here. Yeah. Which is a bummer. I'm glad that it got nominated for Best Picture, but it won't win. So I'm like,
I think A24 has been getting too much hype, and the Academy is like, we got to shut them down.
Yeah.
Although I think Zone of Interest is A24.
Is, yeah.
So,
but it's about like Past Lives is about like it's just a love story.
Yeah.
They hate that.
But also like the unanswerable questions.
Exactly.
Of life and fate and Inyon. It's all good. It's all there.
It's so good. I love that movie so much.
Really good movie.
The Academy nominations for animated feature film.
Thank you.
The Boy and the Heron.
Whatever.
Not winning. Well, Elemental is definitely not winning. Nimona not winning. Robot Dreams, I don't know what that is. Across the Spider-Verse. It's either going to Boy and the Heron or Across the Spider-Verse. I don't know what they'll do.
I think it's actually, I think it's crazy that Across the Spider-Verse is on this list. Not because I think it's not a great movie. It is a great movie, despite what my ranking of it in my overall ranking of the movie of the year.
I don't know what your deal
would say. But, I don't know. It's a superhero movie. It's an
Think about it.
What
think
are we
about
doing?
it in terms of achievement in animation.
That's
it's a huge achievement.
This is not an Oscar.
It is. It's an animated feature film.
It's gonna go to secret 6th nominee Wish.
I saw Elemental. I thought that was super cute.
I really like Elemental. Yeah, I think it could win.
You saw Nimona.
Yeah, I like Nimona too. Honestly, all of the movies on this list I have seen except for Robot Dreams, which is
actually it could be Robot Dreams because I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. All I know about it is that Cinema Joe liked it and was happy that it got a nom. So I don't know anything about it other than that. So,
but and then I look over here and you nominated and voted for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in Best Animated Film. What is going on?
No, listen to my words. I'm surprised
Here are the words that I am saying.
Yes, listen. I'm surprised that it's on this list. I don't think it'll win an Oscar because it's a superhero movie. However, I think it is the best animated feature film of the year. Okay? My personal opinion is that it should win.
I didn't hear that part.
But realistically, I don't believe it will be a winner because Star Wars and Harry Potter and Marvel movies only ever win sound design and score. And most of that is just John Williams. So who has more Oscar nominations than anyone else.
Once we get to the score category, we have some things to talk about for sure. Then you had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Yes.
And then
surprised that was not nominated, which is crazy.
Yeah, so weird. I threw in Elemental and The Boy and the Heron because those are the ones I saw. But I don't know.
Realistically, your nominations were Across the Spider-Verse and Mutant Mayhem as well.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't Into the Spider-Verse win?
I have no idea.
When it came out in 2018?
It probably.
I think it did.
Honestly, maybe it did. I don't know. I guess
sure it did.
For the fact that this is animated film, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse kind of blows everything out of the water. So maybe they will be like, okay, we'll give it to.
There are a lot of people
saying
that it should have been a contender for Best Picture because there's no reason they can't put animated movies into Best Picture other than these weird rules that they set up because they hate kids and hate animation.
Yeah.
So,
they hate children.
They hate the children. We got cinematography coming up here.
Oh, one of my favorite categories, if not my favorite category. The true art of filmmaking, in my opinion.
Yes.
Other than blocking. Over the last couple of years, as I've learned about blocking, especially from Ryan Johnson, who's obsessed with blocking, It is so cool to hear them talk about that sort of stuff. And like, here's where I put this actor because he's tall enough for the shadow to hide half of the actress behind him's face. You know, it's like, oh God, my mind. Yeah. Anyway, the nominees include El Conde.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that one. Killers of the Flower Moon, pretty movie. Maestro, whatever.
It does
Oppenheimer,
look good. It does
sure, yeah. And Poor Things. I'm noticing a lack of Godzilla -1. I'm noticing a lack of John Wick. I'm noticing a lack of The Creator.
Thank you,
quite honestly,
you're so right. You're so right. The Creator got in for all those things. Got in for VFX, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put in. Well, we put in Oppenheimer, Godzilla -1, Killers, and John Wick 4. I think it'll probably go to Oppenheimer. I don't know what the vibe is. I don't know because Poor Things got a lot of nominations, but I don't know if the vibe is, hey, we're the Academy. We know Poor Things is good, so we have to give it nominations, but it's gross and we don't like it, so it's not going to win. Or it's going to sweep. Right. I don't know which way we're going. I think it could potentially be Poor Things because the cinematography of this list is the most unique. But it'll probably be.
I feel like I don't know. I've had this like growing suspicion that the Academy does not like Oppenheimer for some reason.
I'm with you. Yeah,
and
because
I'm afraid
it's a blockbuster.
Yeah,
it's
because
Christopher Nolan.
It's Chris Nolan billion-dollar movie.
Yeah,
they're like, we only like movies that made $50,000 and weren't in theaters.
That's why I don't think it'll make win Best Picture,
which would be absolutely insane. By the way,
it would. Yeah.
What would they? What are they going to give it? What are they going to give Best Picture?
I have a ranking here. I actually, well, we can get there. We got a lot to get through here, so anyway, we can skip some of these. Costume design, I don't know, man. Give it to Poor Things, probably.
Give it to Poor Things or Barbie. I have nominated Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Polite Society.
Yeah. That's a good.
Shut Up, Polite Society.
Snubs.
We have directing. It's a big one. Big one.
It is, yeah. These are all of these could win. Justine Triet, Anatomy, Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Yorgos Lanthimos, and Jonathan Glazer. I can see any of those taking it. Probably not Anatomy of the Fall. Potentially. I don't think they'll give it to Nolan, honestly. I really don't.
I think it'll go to Scorsese.
It probably will.
Because he's Martin Scorsese. And he made this important film.
He did. He made a... I'm not being the the Oscars only it's the political movies. I'm not being that guy, but also sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes documentary, I don't know. Documentary short film, I don't know. You got any thoughts on editing over here?
I love editing. Our nominations for director.
Oh yeah.
Jordan is bored.
We gotta get through this. I got other things I want to talk about too.
I have Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, and Charlotte Reagan directorial debut for the British film Scrapper, which I really, really enjoyed, and you should watch. And you have Celine Song for Past Lives and Martin Scorsese. I keep forgetting.
They snubbed Celine Song. This was her directorial debut, guys. And it's probably the best movie of the year. If I'm being completely honest, I think it might be the best one. It's my favorite one, maybe.
Okay. I don't care about.
I know it would suggest otherwise,
long or short. Editing. All I want to say is I personally nominated John Wick Chapter 4 for this category.
That really means a lot that you would do that. Honestly.
Yeah. I still put Oppenheimer as my official vote, though. So
yeah,
John Wick can suck it.
I don't know. What did they did? Killers, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Holdovers.
Holdovers is good. Whatever. I don't care. International film. I'm seeing Society of the Snow on here.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give that a vote.
No Godzilla. Bummer.
No Godzilla. Insane. I also nominated Scrapper again for this foreign film. But
When I was watching the nomination ceremony, and when they
Mhm.
didn't put Godzilla in international, I got hype because I thought that meant that they were going to put it in Best Picture, and I was so wrong. They just don't care.
Well, no,
which is a bummer.
Parasite won Best Foreign Film and Best Picture, didn't it? Or can
Yeah,
you
it
not
did.
be nominated for both?
No, Parasite won Best Picture.
Yeah.
And so did last year the war movie got both nominations, and it won.
Yeah. All
international.
Quiet on the Western Front.
All Quiet. Yeah,
It won the quarter as well last year. If you're interested in that
it
fact,
did. Yes.
the only nomination because we only watched one foreign film.
Makeup and hair should definitely go to Poor Things.
Things,
Okay,
good.
we're here to original score
Ooh,
here.
we go. Jordan's got
Huge
something to say about the score.
I don't know if it's the biggest snub, but I'm going to say it's probably the biggest snub of the entire thing is Across the Spider-Verse not being in here. That is absolutely insane. And on top of that, putting Indiana Jones in here is ridiculous.
They don't have
I love John Williams.
soundtrack on here.
No.
Which I think is the reason that they didn't put it in here. Because
Well,
it's
but
like
the Spider-Verse score by itself is so good.
it does have some good score, but like the stuff, the songs that you remember is Metro Boomin', right? All those songs.
Potentially for the wider audience.
Yeah. That's what I care about.
Not for me personally. I remember other stuff.
Oppenheimer in here. Ludwig Göransson's gonna sweep.
I think
if I'm being honest. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is
It's ridiculous.
crazy nom. No offense to
It's just
John, the greatest
career.
film composer of all time.
I know. It's a
It's a
career
Lifetime
nomination.
Achievement Award.
They have to put him in there.
Yeah,
But,
it's funny because there's
it's so weird.
yeah. I'm
Honestly,
also not
I
seeing
would-
Past Lives on this list.
Yeah, that is so sad too. I would probably give it to Poor Things because it is the most unique out of all of these.
Mm.
And that's the kind of thing I like. But also Killers has a really I didn't expect the Killers score to sound the way that it does. It's like acoustic guitars and stuff the whole time. And I liked it.
I have nominated Scrapper again here for
You
this
love that.
category. I listened to the score while I was reading the review, as I do when I watch movies at home. And individually, each song is like 30 seconds to a minute and complete nonsense. Like, not really music
Sure.
for the most part. But, like, when you listen to it as a continuous piece through the whole album, it evokes
Yeah.
emotion, which I really enjoy. So I threw that in there for score. And then we have Killers of the Flower Moon and Spider-Verse, as you have nominated it.
Original song. This is so funny.
This
The
is
Fire
also the,
Inside from Flamin' Hot.
Flamin'
The
Hot.
movie about Flamin' Hot Cheetos. The origin.
Oh, really?
I feel like we got I'm Just Ken. It Never Went Away from a movie I don't know what that is. And then the
same
song from Killers of the Flower Moon, which I think could probably win. What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. But they're gonna give it to I'm Just Ken, and it's gonna be the most obnoxious thing I've ever seen.
They give it to I'm Just Ken. I hope and pray that Ryan Gosling doesn't go up there.
Yeah.
He's just like, nah.
Because they keep asking him, "Are you going to perform it at the Oscars?" And he's like, maybe if they really want me to, like if they pay me a lot, I'll do it." But
Yeah. It's so funny to me that the Academy is just really missing the mark on this one. They're just really not sure what's going on.
The Killers song should definitely win. That was
I
awesome.
really do like What Was I Made For, though, I will say. That movie is good too. The song is good. The movie is
I like
alright.
Billie Eilish.
And the movie's really good too. What am I saying?
We're already in Best
okay.
Picture on this
We
thing.
have
We can
Best
come back to
Picture.
that.
Yeah, okay. Production
Skip ahead a little
design. You care about production design?
I like a good bit of production design, but this year I didn't have as much to say about it.
I like
I
the
put in-
holdovers.
I feel like Asteroid
They don't
City
have
is a
that
huge snub overall. Like I didn't like that
fair,
movie,
yeah.
but
That's very
it's
style.
it's not in here at all for anything. Very weird. I don't know what Wes Anderson did to piss off the Academy, but
Yeah, I
feel
like Barbie for
could
this
win.
one.
Mhm.
I do really like Holdovers too, as well. It has that old movie look to it.
Yeah.
which I really enjoy.
Oppenheimer, I think, is a good nomination just because every set they're on, they went to Los Alamos and everything. All of that is fantastic.
The creator is nominated for sound. We don't actually have a sound design category here. I'm finding. But that's okay.
Creator is a good one.
Yep, I like that. Visual effects, the creator is also nominated for. Guardians Volume 3, getting in there.
Give it to Godzilla. I mean, come on, what are we doing? You gotta give it to Godzilla. They made
Not
that movie for
even
$10 million. Screenplay.
Here is my biggest snub of the year. Barbie for adapted screenplay should be an original screenplay. I do not understand what they're adapting other than the literal Barbie product.
Yeah, that's it. They're adapting the source material that is Barbie.
So that's insane to me.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy, and I think that's a silly snub.
I get it.
Obviously, Oppenheimer's or Christopher Nolan's adaptation of the American Prometheus should be our dub here. If I'm being honest, maybe Zone of Interest can get in there. I don't know. That sounds like a hard book to read.
Yeah.
And then original screenplay, which we have. Yes, original screenplay. We have The Holdovers, May, December. I'd love to see May, December win this one. Yeah. Past Lives is also there.
I think I want Past Lives to win just so Celine Song can get something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then you have our nominees for Best Picture.
I do. Best Picture, we have, for the Academy nominees, we have American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, and there's no chance that movie will ever win. Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. It's a big list.
Realistically, I think Killers of the Flower Moon or the Zone of Interest.
Well, I have a ranking of Best Picture noms in order of most to least likely to win.
Okay, tell me.
Least likely, Maestro. There's no chance. Past Lives, there's no chance. Then we get into Anatomy of a Fall, which I think I just don't think it's going to win. I don't think Zone of Interest is going to win. So I have Oppenheimer at 6. I just cannot see it winning Best Picture because of the Christopher Nolan aspect and the blockbuster aspect.
Yeah.
I just think
he's fallen out of grace with the big wigs.
Yeah. If it's not, anyway.
And it's
I have American Fiction at 5. I think that's a good movie, but I don't know. I put it above all of these because I think they like to give Best Picture to like it is an important movie. I'm saying quote important movies because it is an important movie, but they like to. I think they would think American Fiction is more important than Oppenheimer is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I agree.
Barbie I honestly I think they might give it to Barbie because of the backlash to the nomination situation. Like it was a whole thing. People freaked out.
Oh yeah.
They were like, "Oh, this whole thing's a sham. Barbie should be the best movie ever." I'm putting Holdovers at 3rd likely to win because because it has a lot of momentum and people seem to like it a lot. Then I have Killers of the Flower Moon, and I honestly think there's a really good chance they give it to Poor Things. I don't know. I just think that's going to be my prediction.
Our nominations, we have 5. We've trimmed the list considerably here. We have Oppenheimer. We have Past Lives. Excuse me. We have Godzilla -1 and Killers of the Flower Moon. So 2 of the 10. Is it 10 or 8?
I think it's 8.
I'm seeing 10. I'm counting 10. 2 of the 10 actual nominees, and then 2 of our own, to be honest. And yeah, I love Oppenheimer. I love Past Lives. Realistically, Killers of the Flower Moon is my vote. And Godzilla Minus One is really, really good as well.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I would be like, if in some world Past Lives win Best Picture, I would be a very happy man.
I wouldn't be disappointed.
No, I think, and also same thing with Oppenheimer. I think there's a fairly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be surprised, but
We'll have to see as the night goes on.
yeah.
Like Oppenheimer's just winning everything. We'll be like, well,
Or
maybe
it could
they'll
be like,
give it.
it's going to be Nyad and Anatomy of a Fall and Zone of Interest all the way through, probably.
That'd be sad.
That would
Who
be
cares about Nyad?
Last year, do you remember last year they had Top Gun Maverick for Best Picture?
Did they?
Like, it's my favorite movie of 2022, but that is funny. And also Avatar: The Way of Water was also in Best Picture, which was wild. It's a good movie, but
And we have some additional quarters categories here. We have nominated for Worst Picture. We have Saltburn, 65, Ant-Man, Quantumania. Excuse me,
So
Ant-Man
bad.
and the Wasp,
gosh, it's
Quantumania,
bad.
and
Movie
The
sucks.
Flash. For Best Jokes, I have nominated Barbie and The Holdovers. Have you any offers for the Best Joke? Best jokes.
American Fiction is a very funny movie.
I
I'll
agree.
give it that.
Let me throw that in there.
Probably Zone of Interest. No,
Oh,
it's not. It's not a very funny movie. That's all I got. I think I don't. I
Okay.
don't like to. There's this thing where I don't really like comedy movies that much. I don't like to laugh
yeah.
in movies.
But you like comedy TV.
I do.
And I've nominated 2 worst actors. I've given Chris Pratt for Mario. What a joke.
Yeah.
And Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne.
It is. It's really interesting that
Case study, please. On this
Mario
one.
didn't get an animated movie nomination because it's the highest grossing animated movie of the year, I believe.
They should
Really?
do the. I noticed the Golden Globes did a box office achievement award.
Mm.
I think the Oscars should do that so they can nominate stupid movies for that and get them out of other categories. Be like, oh yeah, we can put Mario in there so we don't have to nominate it for Best Animated Feature,
Yeah.
and just be happy with that. And it's like, I don't know, that solves their problem in my opinion.
You have best world building.
Yes,
This
I
guy
have
goes
my own
crazy on world building.
I have my own personal categories as well. Jordan will work to get his categories filled out eventually. I have Best World Building. I have nominated Rebel Moon, Part 1 of Child of Fire, a movie only about world building
It's
and nothing else.
but kind of not really though. It's just lame.
We have Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Love that. I'm
great.
going to throw in Creator, even though it's kind of vague. I enjoyed that one. And The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And then I've honorable mention because I read it last year. Excuse me. That's not true. It's sitting back there behind
Oh
me,
yeah,
The
you
Game
didn't
of
read any of that.
Thrones. Yeah.
You read some of it.
And then I've changed a category from Best Anime because I didn't watch any anime this year. I'm kind of over it, I guess. I've changed it to Best Scene or Moment because I like a good moment in a movie. A moment that a moment in the movie that makes me go or yeah. Sometimes I genuinely, I'm sitting over here in my bed, right? I'm watching a movie, and I'll just Duke Leto Atreides goes, "Damn the spice!" I'm like, hell yeah! It's like it gets me so hype. Or I have here Trinity, obviously the Trinity test of the Oppenheimer of the bomb.
Oppenheimer.
The conversation in the bed with Greta Lee and what's his face.
Yeah.
I have written the song that plays during the moment, Resolution, from Godzilla Minus One. It is when we see Ryunosuke and as his character, whatever that guy's. I don't remember the character's name. And he's flying the plane
Koichi.
into Koichi. Yeah, he's flying the plane at Godzilla. That moment is awesome.
He sure is.
The top-down firefight from John Wick 4.
Gosh,
Had to throw
so
that in
cool.
there.
My goodness.
As much as those movies are like totally whatever for me, that was a crazy, awesome filmmaking thing to do. That was super cool.
Yeah, so cool.
And Jordan has just nominated in my category Louis Strauss at the end of Oppenheimer.
That's
I'm
better.
inclined to agree.
Yeah. It's so good.
Great. And I've given Jordan a couple categories for him. He last year did most personally offensive, which I believe Jurassic World Dominion or Uncharted won.
Yeah.
Best recent discovery and best comic. I don't know if you've been reading comics as much this last year, but
literally, I have it right here. It's this.
Literally have it right there. He's reading it right now. So
I'm
excited!
reading
for
it for the
those
second
categories.
time. It's this one.
Then I've added most rewatchable because I find that Jordan often judges movies by their rewatchability and best vibes because Jordan is vibe.
I'm essentially composed of vibes.
he is vibe. So I've added those categories for him, and he will fill out those nominations.
I will.
At the conclusion of this episode, you can check out the description of this video and find a link to the survey to make your votes for the quarters. We will have an official fan win based on our nominations here. Perhaps, if possible, we can get a write-in option as well, and you guys can throw in some write-in nominations yourselves. And we'll see my winner, Jordan's winner, and the vote from the listeners, from our fellow quarters, to win the quarter. And that will be our next episode here up in March. Oh, Jordan is typing something out. Personally offensive is going to Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. Oh, and he's going right into the next one. Mario is being nominated for most personally offensive. I'm seeing Secret Invasion television show making its way into the most personally offensive here. Mario movie in parentheses, 80s music. I'm seeing, I agree, whatever. And man, and the dumb, can't say that one, wasp. And stupid, terrible man who's in prison. Yeah, that is a bummer. Maybe? Oh.
I don't know if he's in prison.
All right.
Anyway.
The most personally offensive category
I have
is
my
filled
nominations.
out. You can vote for those. We just rattled those off real quick.
Rattle them off there.
Beautifully done.
Oh, here
Did
we
we
go.
miss any categories that we had already on here? Visual effects, we talked about those. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. Most rewatchable, I'm seeing Ant-Man and the Lost Kingdom.
Ant-Man.
Aquaman, excuse me. Sorry.
Ant-Man, not rewatchable.
Get those
I'll never
terrible
rewatch.
movies mixed up.
Go ahead and just wrap us up out of here.
Okay,
This has been an episode.
guys. We have nominated movies for the quarters, and we want your vote. So check out the link in the description for the survey. Probably a Google form, if I had to guess. So have a Gmail account. And get your votes in for the best movies and the best awards and the worst awards and the good jokes. Jordan's going to give me his final nominations for his categories. You don't have to do all 5.
Yes.
I just gave you some options. Or come up with a category for me, and I'll throw some things in there.
Right.
And we'll make a survey, and you guys can fill it out. And hopefully we can give you guys some write-in options as well. If you don't see those, then it didn't work. And we'll come to you guys in March as one camera shot.
Yeah, for the first time ever in Quarter Twins history.
Insane. We've filmed 70 episodes now. Is this episode 70 or 71?
I think 71.
And so we'll see you guys in March after the Oscars have come out.
Yep.
So we'll be able to reflect on the actual awards and then the very real quarters as well.
Absolutely.
So get your whiskey bourbon and your cigars and your elbow
Whiskey
patches, and
Yes.
we will be. Oh!
Whip up, whoa!
I went to the theater the other day and saw American Fiction and got a
Yep.
large popcorn.
Oh, no way. He didn't do it, did he? Oh!
And I got this.
Wow.
So I took that home and said, I have to have it.
That's amazing.
Aquaman
Wow.
and the Lost Kingdom, only in theaters.
Thank you so much for doing that. I'm glad you have it.
Yes, I said, I need to get this for Jordan.
I thought you were about to pull out the Dune Part 2 popcorn bucket.
Oh, no.
Everybody wants to engage with.
Use. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
That being said,
That's
guys, thank you guys so much for listening and watching this video and this podcast. We are still on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and that's not what it's called. Spotify for podcasters. And anywhere else our RSS feed will let us travel to.
It's a space.
Yeah.
Final frontier.
And YouTube also, where you can see our lovely faces.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next time for the quarters. And who knows what else we'll
Get up to.
we'll figure out while we're there. Maybe we'll do a Dune commentary. Who knows? I'll be screaming.